What's happening inside of Maple Leaf Gardens is really important. They're electing a new Premier, and this Premier, so far, all of the candidates are saying they're going to fix the relationship with Labour and in particular with the education unions. I don't believe they can, because outside you're going to have protesters who are saying, we don't believe you, we gave you a chance, you turned on your base, you've denigrated and insulted workers in this province, and your policies are not working for us. They're not working for the average middle-class Ontarian any longer.
Well, I'm excited to be at this rally because we're not happy with the government. We're hoping the Liberals will get the message at their convention that we're not going away.
What an amazing turnout here today! 30,000 of the Labour movement! 30,000 of our friends! And 90 community organizations!
We used to feel that we were valued by our province, and we sure don't feel that now.
The Bill 115 is not just about what they've done to teachers, it's about what they can possibly do to every worker in Ontario.
Every single time a reporter talks about this struggle, this democratic struggle for our democratic rights, what they say is this is about teachers. My friends, this is a struggle for all of us who are here and everyone in this province.
I'm proud to be here with our members from QP who work in schools and in hospitals and in long-term care facilities and in universities and delivering social services in communities all across Ontario.
Top of the mind issue for everybody is jobs in manufacturing. There is no manufacturing strategy that this government has brought forward. They don't have a plan for jobs. We're losing jobs left, right, over and centre. I think the taxation policies that they've got in place is not actually helping job creation. We need the public sector to be able sometimes to seed money into the key sectors.
And we know what the impacts are of these type of austerity decisions, because the Harper government has slashed 5 to 10% of budgets across all departments, resulting in 20,000 layoffs in the federal public sector. And we know this is the wrong direction for both federally and provincially. I mean, the reality is that workers put money into this economy, and this economy needs a lift, and cutting jobs isn't the way to do it.
Unions did not create the deficit in Ontario. The recession and endless tax cuts for the wealthy and for corporations did that. Healthcare did not create the deficit in Ontario. Education did not create the deficit in Ontario. And yet across Europe and across Ontario, working people are paying a very dear, dear price for the excesses and the greed of the financial industry, who actually are default for the recession of 2008.
We're looking at $3 billion in health care cuts from the Liberal government. I mean, no family can do without health care.
We've fallen behind in terms of poverty. We were the gold standard only like 10 years ago. Everyone wanted to emulate Ontario. Now we're lagging behind. And that's now beginning to bear itself out in people, finding themselves in a homeless situation. Wages are stagnant for the last, 10, 15 years for most families in Ontario.
We've built an alliance with unions over the past couple years from the understanding that an attack on welfare is an attack on wages, is an attack on workers' rights. Our struggle is your struggle, and yours is ours. The march today was a continuation of that work, with people coming together from across Ontario and across Toronto to demand that this government restore the community startup benefit, that this government raise social assistance rates to where people can live with health and dignity, and that they build housing, accessible and affordable housing now.
The government passes a bad law. You're supposed to just roll over and play dead and capitulate to that law. This is going to, create poverty wages, more people starving, more crime as a result of that. So, I mean, it's absolutely everything we do not want.
We're going to teach the Liberal Party, all politicians, and any government a lesson. The lesson is simple. It's easy to say, and it's easy to understand. 3 things: be fair, be respectful, and be democratic. 3 simple rules that any government should use?
Well, I think it's important for young people to have a voice and to stand up for their rights. The decisions that are being made now are going to affect the future and the future generations. If workers are losing their rights today, then it's only going to get worse for young people. We need to get up and stand up.
We still have, a lot of poverty in this province and a lot of people being hurt. In Ontario, there's not a great history of large numbers of people coming out to protest. There are times, though, when you hit your stride. Given the history and given the tradition of the province, I think you sit up and take notice when that many people come out. It's a hell of a commitment and a hell of a statement, I think.